Students, today you have to discuss cell, EMF, terminal PD and internal resistance of the cell. First of all, cell. What is cell? What is cell? Actually, cell is a device which provides necessary PD to the electric circuit to maintain the flow of current. It provides the necessary PD and due to that the current is flown through the circuit. And the cell is of your, you will be finding the symbol of the cell is like that. One big side and one small. This is the positive terminal, that is the negative terminal. And the two electrodes are there, electrolyte is there, like that cell. Some electrolyte is contained and two electrodes inside that electrolyte. And one is the positive terminal, another is the negative terminal. This is the cell. When the cells are to be grouped in series, that it becomes a battery. Battery is the combination of the cells in series. And what is that EMF? Another is the EMF. EMF, the full form of EMF is electromotive force. But it is not a force, electromotive force. So what is that EMF of a cell? Actually, it is the potential difference, PD between the two ends of the cell. EMF of a cell is defined as the maximum PD between the two electrodes of the cell when no current is drawn from it. Means the circuit, the cell is connected to the circuit, that circuit is open. No current is drawn from the cell. When the circuit is open, at the same time the maximum PD between the two ends of the cell, between the two electrodes of the cell is called the EMF, and the unit of EMF is volt. The unit of EMF is volt actually, but full form is electromotive force, but it is the volt. It is the maximum PD between the two cells when no current is drawn from it. Another is, what is the terminal PD of the cell? Terminal PD of the cell. So what is the terminal PD? So it is the potential difference between the two electrodes of the cell when the current is drawn from the cell. That is in closed circuit. If the cell is connected to a closed circuit, the current is drawn into the circuit. At the same time, the potential difference between the two ends of the cell is called the terminal PD. And the unit of terminal PD is also volt. The unit of terminal PD is also volt. Suppose, for example, already cell is here, the cell is connected here, and if the circuit is, this is the resistor, and circuit is closed, this is the circuit is closed, and if you voltmeter is connected across the two ends of the cell, the reading whatever you get it from the voltmeter, that is the terminal PD. The reading of the voltmeter is nothing but the terminal PD. Whenever the circuit is open, the circuit is open, no current is drawn from it, and the potential difference whichever is measured by the voltmeter, at the same time it is told as the EMF. The reading of the voltmeter is EMF. Here in this case, the reading of the voltmeter is the terminal PD. This is the terminal PD. So when current is drawn from the cell, that is the potential difference between the two ends of the cell is called the terminal PD. When the current is not drawn, that means the circuit is open, at the same time the potential difference between the two ends of the cell is called the EMF. And it is to be noted that EMF is greater than the terminal PD. EMF is greater than the terminal PD, and the potential difference V equal to, you know it equal to E minus current I into internal resistance of the cell. Internal resistance of the cell. If you get the internal resistance of the cell, relation equal to V equal to E minus IR. Now that we have to discuss the internal resistance of a shell. What is the internal resistance of a shell? Internal resistance, we are using the word internal resistance of the cell. Actually, it is defined as the resistance offered by the electrolyte and the electrodes of a cell when electric current flows through it. So this is the cell, we will be finding this is the cell, and inside the cell we will be finding the electrode and electrolytes. Electrodes, two electrodes we will be finding, and electrolyte also. So the resistance which is offered by the electrodes and electrolyte of the cell is called the internal resistance of a cell. And the internal resistance is very low for a freshly prepared cell. If the cell is new and freshly prepared, the internal resistance is very small. And if you use the cell more and more, then gradually the internal resistance of the cell increases. So it is clear the internal resistance of the cell depends upon the nature of the electrodes, and area of the plates, the area of the electrodes which is immersed into the electrolyte, it depends upon. Another is the nature of the electrolytes also depends, and also depends upon the distance between the electrodes. If the electrodes will be more and more, then automatically the internal resistance of the cell will be more. So the internal resistance of a cell depends upon these four: the nature of the electrodes, area of the plates, nature of the electrolytes, and distance of the plates. And in between that, the resistance which will be finding inside the cell, that is the internal resistance of the cell. If the internal resistance is maintained inside the cell, so automatically one potential difference also will be maintained in between the cell. And the representation of the internal resistance of the cell is smaller. It is noted as the smaller. Just expression for the internal resistance. What is the expression for internal resistance? How to express it? You might it because the cell is here, and this cell, you just remember it, internal resistance. If you represent in resistance in this form, internal resistance, that may be connected here. This is the part of the internal resistance. This is the internal resistance. That is the internal resistance. That is the smaller. And that internal resistance is connected to the circuit. This is the load resistance. This is the load resistance. This is the load resistance. You can tell it as the capital R. This is the load resistance. That is the capital R. So what is the expression for the internal resistance of the cell? If you think, what is the total current drawn from the cell? The total current drawn from the cell equal to I. If the total current is drawn from the cell equal to I, so you know that current equal to, and that is the EMF of the cell, that is equal to EMF upon total resistance. So what is the EMF? EMF equal to capital E. What is the total resistance? Because this internal resistance is always connected in series to that of the load resistance. The total I equal to, we are finding I equal to E upon the capital R is the load resistance plus R is the internal resistance. The I equal to capital R plus smaller. And if you just multiply it, you are finding I capital R plus I smaller, that is equal to E. Or what is that I? Current is passing through the load. This is the I. So what is the PD between the two ends of the, because of the current is drawn into the circuit, the IR is the terminal PD. PD across the resistor. So this is equal to V plus I smaller, that is equal to E. That is equal to E. Or you are finding V equal to E minus IR. The terminal PD and internal resistance, the relation between the terminal PD and the internal resistance is accordingly, that is V equal to E minus IR when current is drawn from the cell to the circuit. And another way, if you put the R, what will be the R? So IR equal to E minus V, or R equal to E minus V upon I. So this can be written as E minus V upon, because V equal to IR, so I will be equal to V by R. So that is the V by upon capital R. And you are finding this equal to E minus V by V into capital R. This is the expression for the internal resistance of the cell. So small r equal to, we are finding E minus V by V into capital R. This is the expression for the internal resistance of the cell. This is the expression for the internal resistance of the cell. Small r equal to E minus V upon V whole multiplied with capital R. And you just see it here, the EMF doesn't depend upon the load resistance. The EMF doesn't depend upon the load resistance. If the load resistance will be increase or decrease, the EMF, the value of that maximum PD, whatever it was with the cell, that will be the same. It will not be changing. And but potential difference, terminal PD, will depending upon the resistance, load resistance capital R. If you plot the graph in between the EMF and R, so graph will be like that. If you plot the graph between like that, suppose EMF is here and load resistance here, because EMF doesn't depend upon the R, or R doesn't depend upon E, capitally. So whatever may be the value of the R, the graph E versus R graph will be a straight line parallel to resistance axis. If EMF is taken on y-axis, capital R is taken on x-axis, as the EMF doesn't depend upon the R, so graph becomes like that. If you plot the graph between the V versus R, if it is the V and this is the R, if R increases, V also increases. The graph becomes like that, because of terminal PD depends upon the load resistance. Load, I am talking about the load resistance, that is the capital R. The terminal PD depends upon the capital R. If the capital R increases, terminal PD increases. If the capital R increases, EMF doesn't increase, because EMF is fixed for the cell. It doesn't depend upon the capital R. This is all about the relations of expression of the internal resistance of the cell. And this is the graph between E and capital R, V and capital R. And this is all about your internal resistance of a cell. Thank you.